Brings us to item number 10, which is the approval of the minutes of the November 19th, 2018 board meeting. Do I have a motion? Ms. Hutchison.
I move that we approve the minutes of the November 19th, 2018 board meeting.
Have a second? Ms. Hammond seconds. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please raise your hand. And all those opposed? Excuse me, that passes unanimously. I'm caught up with all the spotlight tonight. It's wonderful. That passes unanimously. And that brings us to item number 11, which is our welcome and overview of Crossroads Intermediate by the principal here, Mr. Justin Thomas. Mr. Thomas, we're all yours.
Good evening. How are y'all doing this evening? Chairman Gant, board members, Dr. Melton, thank y'all for being here. Welcome to Crossroads Intermediate School, home of the Cougars, where we specialize in the 6th grade learner. And all I've done for my little presentation, if I can get it to go, let's try that. There we go. I just added some pictures as I talked to you guys about our 6th graders here at Crossroads. As you know, we specialize in the 6th grade learner, where we try to help our 6th graders transition from 5th grade to 7th grade, which comes with a lot of different things, like their first time they get to choose their classes, they have transitions, and of course, one of their favorite things to do is learn their lockers, their locker combinations and those pesky locks. I was actually helping a student today still with their locks and things. But the other thing that comes with Crossroads Intermediate School and being a 6th grade only school is that they get to work with their learning communities. They are on teams, usually of 4 teachers plus related art teachers, where they get to build that community as they learn throughout their classes. So we love to have that kind of family camaraderie with our students as well as they move forward. Another focus that we have here at Crossroads is a STEAM focus. We're not a magnet school, but we do focus on the STEAM initiative, which allows us to bring in those real-world problems, problem-solving skills, and focus on different challenges. And we do this in many different ways. One of the things we do on early release days is we have a time where the kids can meet in their clubs. They get to go around and join with different teachers and take on different challenges. We also do a STEAM challenge, and on the bottom pictures there, I don't know if you can see them, where we have some students working on trying to build a tower out of marshmallows and uncooked spaghetti, as well as one of my favorite was the one in there in the middle where they had to do a 21 elephant challenge. And if you don't know the story behind that, apparently when they built the Brooklyn Bridge, people were afraid to go across the bridge. So in order to prove the fact that it could withstand the weight of different vehicles and things like that, I think it was Barnum and Bailey. I might have the wrong circus crew on that one. But anyways, they brought their 21 elephants out across the bridge to prove that it was withstanding the weight. So then our teachers took that story and said, you need to make your own scale model, however you'd like to do that, and have 21 elephants try to cross that. So they took these little model elephants and had to make them stay on that bridge, which was pretty cool. And then the one last thing I want to spotlight with this initiative is this has happened about 2 weeks ago. Many of you may know Allie Hendricks from Dutch Fork High School, our district teacher of the year. She reached out to us, and we actually collaborated with her class live in the classroom thanks to Google Hangouts and technology and those Chromebooks that we have. And the high school students were able to talk to our 6th grade students about religion and what they were learning in both sets of classes, and it was really cool to see. So we have these great opportunities in front of us thanks to these different initiatives that we have here, and thanks to the items and things that you guys provided our school and our district. So we thank you very much. And again, thank you so much for being here tonight. I'm going to hand things back over, and y'all have a good evening.
Mr. Thomas, thank you for letting us be here tonight.
Oh, I'm glad you're here.
And I'll give everybody a little glimpse. Mr. Thomas' background, he used to be a meteorologist.
Oh, no, don't go down that road.
So I asked him coming in tonight, I knew in your school you'd have an eye on it. You want to update that forecast or what?
It's dark and a little misty out there. No, actually, I was telling everybody, when I looked at it earlier, it looked like we might see a little snow shower around 8 o'clock, but the last thing I saw before this thing got started, it said maybe 9. But just don't be surprised if you see a few snowflakes falling between now and when you leave. Okay. But don't worry, I don't think it's going to stick. I think everything's going to be fine. And if you learn quickly, if you ask me a weather question, we're going to be here for a while. So I'm going to stop right there.
Yeah. We've had a lot of excitement, but it just got more exciting. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it.
That was wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, I need to let you know that we did not finish all of the business we need to finish in the executive session, but I wanted to come out and do the really fun things and recognize the spotlights, and then let people that need to get home to homework and other items to do that. But I would entertain a motion at this time that we go back in executive session for what I don't think will be a very long time, but I'd look for a motion to re-enter executive session. Do I have a motion? Ms. Hutchison.
I move that we return to executive session.
I have a second. Mr. Cates, second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please raise.
Mr. Gant,
I'm sorry, excuse me. Go ahead.
I see under the superintendent's report, I'm looking down at, under the Office of Instruction, there's a health science partnership at Irmo High School, and I do see the Irmo High School principal, Dr. Hardy, here, and I was just wondering if we ought to go ahead and have her or whoever's presenting. I don't know if Dr. Hardy's presenting or if she's just here to answer any questions.
Would you like to amend your motion to allow that item and then?
May I offer a friendly amendment to that motion to move Office of Instruction, Health Science Partnership at Irmo High School to item number, the top of item number 12, and then recess after that report.
And we have an amendment. We have a second to the amendment.
Yes.
Ms. Hammond seconds. Now, any further discussion? Seeing none, we'll go ahead and vote on the amendment and the, we're voting on the amendment. We had to vote on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
All those in favor, please raise your hand.
Mm-hmm.
And that brings us back to the original motion, which is after this amended item, that we will return to executive session. All those in favor, please raise your hand. And that passes unanimously. So, we don't want to put you on the spot, but Office of Instruction, we'll turn it over to Dr. Melton, and then we'll go from there.
Thank you, Mr. Gant. Ms. Hutchison, thank you for your awareness and respect for the schedule of a principal and a director. I'm actually going to toss this item to Mr. Giuliano, who'll be making our introductions this evening from both Irmo High School and also from the center. Mr. G.
Thank you, Dr. Melton. Thank you, Board. We do have a special visitor in the audience tonight, our principal from Irmo High School, and she's here to talk about a promising partnership that we are working with Nephron Pharmaceuticals and Irmo High School. And Dr. Hardy's actually been under the weather lately, so she has been saving her voice just for tonight, the rest of the voice that she has remaining. Also in the audience is Dr. Gates from our center, and Dr. Gates is here as well because he has been instrumental in this partnership, which we began to have discussions about last school year when Dr. Melton and Dr. Gates met with Nephron to begin discussing this partnership. And we have since formed a committee and have been putting a lot of work into this. So without further ado, I'd like to turn it over to Dr. Hardy, and she is going to walk us through a promising partnership. Dr. Hardy.
Thank you for that. Chairman Gant, members of the board, Dr. Melton, it gives me great pleasure to share with you our promising partnership between Irmo High School International School for the Arts and Nephron Pharmaceuticals. As was mentioned in the introduction by Mr. Giuliano, I believe after being named principal in March, my first conversations about Nephron Pharmaceuticals occurred in April, and by early June, I was already touring the facility and was absolutely thrilled at the prospects of having this partnership on our campus. So giving you a little bit of background and continuing our legacy of academic excellence, you already know that we're a magnet school for the arts, and we also are an International Baccalaureate World School with our IB diploma program, and we are a candidate school for our International Baccalaureate Career-Related Program, which is a framework of international education that incorporates the values of the IB into a unique program addressing the needs of students engaged in career-related education. So looking at our partnership with the center and with Dr. Gates, we're moving forward in exploring opportunities in aerospace engineering, biomedical science, culinary arts management, media technology, and veterinary science, so expanding the rigor of those career-related programs. So looking at the process throughout this presentation, we identified a need, We took advantage of an opportunity and are now in the stages of preparing our next steps for success. In conversation with Dr. Gates, he's my expert in the field of recognizing our employability, and he shared with me that by 2024, the South Carolina Department of Employment and Workforce Development indicated that there will be 1,600 new registered nurse positions and 753 new assistant nursing positions. So this is obviously a field in demand. Furthermore, within the health science forecast, looking at the U.S. Department of Labor, by 2026, the increase of 203,700 registered nurse positions with an average income of $70,000, where's my extra $0? Looking at the opportunity, we certainly see the supply and demand need, that projected workforce that's in demand, that we currently have 16 students already pursuing pharmacy technician certification, so this is a perfect pipeline to their success. We already have at Irmo High School enrollment options through open seats with our school choice opportunities. Irmo High School is the perfect location based on its proximity to internships at local hospitals and pharmacies. We also are a convenient location to Nephron for employment opportunities there. And obviously, we have the opportunity to continue to positively promote the successes in Lexington and Richland School District 5. So where we are now and looking at positively promoting this program, which is, again, we're in the candidacy stage with our IB career-related programs, but are building those connections with Nephron in meeting with students through the individual graduation plans. Those meetings are occurring with students now. So we're targeting, we're identifying those students, and we're promoting the opportunities that are ahead of them. We're looking, too, within the school structure of dedicating classroom space for health science with an additional laboratory space, that Nephron is already dedicating a sophisticated hood, if you will, as a part of the equipment that they are going to donate to us to help us be successful. And then obviously making sure that our teachers have the successful professional development that they're equipped to prepare our students going forward. And so obviously this is an exciting time for Irmo High School, and we relish this opportunity of writing this new and exciting chapter, and can't wait to continue to share the results with you. Thank you.
Anyone have any questions you'd like to comments?
Mr. Gann, if I may, when Dr. Hardy was first approved by the board, one of the first conversations we had was to make sure that she was able to capture the vision that Dr. Gates and I were so excited about. And when we heard that Nephron could hire 60 pharmacy techs every Monday if the workforce were there, we knew we couldn't overlook it. So my commendations go to Dr. Hardy, Dr. Gates, Mr. Giuliano very quickly caught on fire with it as well. Mr. Richardson in finance has been heavily involved because of the facility needs that we have there to make sure that our maintenance crew is involved. So this is an exciting time, and we felt it was the right time to update the board so that you all could be a part of this exciting journey, because this will continue to evolve over time, but it's going to certainly affect the trajectory of our students to contribute to our community and obviously for their workforce readiness. So Dr. Hardy, thank you so much for your work and the work of everyone involved with this. This is going to be a huge celebration for Irmo High School and for School District 5.
Most definitely. It's our great pleasure. Thank you.
I do have a question.
I think Mr. Cates.
And it may be for the team. I don't, whoever would, it's exciting to see, and just to say the president of Nephron and the leadership are proud South Carolina graduates at the University of South Carolina, and the pharmacy, they've been active in the pharmacy community. My wife is a pharmacist. One thing you notice with the 16 students pursuing the pharmacy technician certification, one of the things I've heard from her as someone who hires technicians, there's been a little bit of a disconnect between the national standard and the state standard, and they don't always, some of the coursework that you would think if you pass the national exam, that would satisfy the state. Have we addressed any of those issues? Are you aware of any of those? Or can I just offer that as a point of information to explore, to make sure that they are qualified to be certified in the state of South Carolina? Because they do earn a considerable higher starting wage if they're certified
Absolutely.
technicians.
Dr. Gates?
To work at Nephron for what Mrs. Kennedy needs, students have to pass a national pharmacy technician exam. And then they can work under the laminar flow hood, which is what she's going to donate to Irmo High School. To work as a pharmacy technician in a South Carolina pharmacy, you have to have a 2-year certificate by a licensed school and work under the supervision of a pharmacist. So we are exploring that route, but that's going to take a little more time and will not be part of the first step in this new partnership.
Thank you for clarifying. Thank you.
Any further questions? Thank you so much for updating us. That's wonderful. So at this time, at the conclusion of that report, we're going to re-enter executive session, I hope briefly, but we'll be back out very shortly to complete our business. Thank you so much.